All right, let's move on to the next section of your notes, the back of the first page. We're going to start with number 9 of the different ways that you can buy vegetables in the store, which we also call the forms of vegetables. So the first one is canned. I'm sure you've all seen canned green beans, canned corn. Dried, if you've ever cooked with dried minced onion, that would be an example. Fresh is just what you would buy in the produce section. And then frozen, frozen corn, frozen broccoli, any of those things would count. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 10 now. If I can get my screen to scroll down with you. There we go. All right, uses of vegetables. This is different ways that you would just add vegetables into your diet. So first of all is to accompany meals, obviously as side dishes. Vegetables add a lot of flavor, a lot of eye appeal, a lot of bulk to what you're eating without a lot of calories. B is talking about all those different ways, kind of giving you specific examples of what vegetables can do. They add color. Your nutrition guidelines tell you to, when you're eating vegetables, get all the different colors of the rainbows because all those different colors represent different nutrients, especially different vitamins. Texture. Very important to have texture when you eat. When you are eating, crunch actually helps your body to make it feel full. So if you eat something crunchy like a vegetable, your body's going to feel full faster than if you just had all of a softer meal. Flavor. Vegetables come in every flavor, from sweet carrots to the black licorice flavor of fennel. Volume, okay, again, adding a lot of bulk to what you eat without not a lot of calories. And then shape. Your body responds to the different eye appeal of food, and broccoli and cauliflower and celery, they all come in different shapes. C, we're all on number 10 still. Vegetables can be served as appetizers, soups, salads, sides, casseroles. I'm sure you can think of many examples. An appetizer would be like fried mushrooms, soup, broccoli cheese, a salad, several examples, a side dish, just even a side of corn at your meal, and then a casserole. Green bean casserole is a great example. And for D, they make great snacks. It's wonderful to come home from the store, chop up and wash your vegetables and keep them in the refrigerator so they're a quick and easy snack for you. All right, let's look at the nutritional value of different vegetables. Okay, let's start off with, for number 11, talking about chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green substance in plants that gives some of the vegetables their green color. Now, I know there's a lot more scientific purpose of chlorophyll. We are not going to go into that at this time, but I do want you to understand that that helps give the color. For number 12, where are vitamins actually made? They're made in the green leaves. Okay, this goes back all to that photosynthesis process that you learn in science class. But the reason I want you to know that is because dark leafy green veggies are powerhouses. They are loaded with nutrients, especially things like spinach, kale, because of all those vitamins made in the leaves. Okay, number 13, what types of veggies are good sources of vitamin A? And you need 2 answers for this. The first one is yellow-orange veggies. Okay, like peppers, pumpkins, squash, all of those, carrots. The second answer is dark leafy green. You need those 3 words, dark leafy green veggies. Again, kale, spinach. I like to point out here that when you are eating salad, it's great if you're eating salad, but if you're eating that iceberg lettuce that's almost like a white color, not near as nutritional as the darker color lettuces and then the things like spinach and kale. C, again, for 14, what are great foods that are sources of vitamin C when we look at vegetables? And again, it's that dark leafy green. Get all 3 of those words in. Dark leafy green veggies. Okay, seed vegetables are a good source of vitamin B. We're not going to go into great detail there. We've hit vitamin B several times this semester, but do understand that seed vegetables are going to have that. Minerals that are commonly found in vegetables are calcium and iron. You can find a lot of other minerals in vegetables like potassium, but these 2 you're going to see quite often. All right, looking at number 16, what are the 3 types of carbs we find in veggies? Okay, first of all, most veggies are low in carbs. We'll talk about that more in a couple seconds. But the 3 forms of carbs that we discussed all the way back in our first chapter are simple, complex, and cellulose. Okay, this is the 3 types that are found in vegetables for 16. Remember, simple is also called sugar. You might want to put both words down for that. Complex is also called starch. And then our cellulose is also our fiber. So examples of that, in like carrots, you see a lot of those simple sugars. In things like potatoes, you see a lot of our starch or complex. And then in the skin of vegetables, you see that cellulose. There's a lot of cellulose in vegetables in general that are raw. And we'll talk more about this. You kind of cook it off when you cook them. But you can find cellulose especially in the skin. Okay, protein. Make sure you did, just to check back in for number 17, that put most veggies are low in carbs. Okay, we talked about that on the front page where we talked about some are higher in starch, some are high in water, but as a whole, they're low in carbs. Okay, for 18, I'm sorry, we'll come back to protein in a minute. Let's kind of scroll back up here and look at cellulose for 18. Cellulose, what is it? Okay, it's a carb, we know that, and your body actually cannot digest it. That's what it is. Okay, what's its purpose? It helps with digestion. Even though your body can't break it down, it kind of pushes everything through your system. It's very important. You should have a minimum of about 25 grams of fiber a day. Okay, and it says on there, you can find it in several places, especially in the skin and pulp of veggies. Okay, for protein, for number 19, vegetables as a whole group are incomplete proteins. If you think back to our first couple chapters, you do know of one veggie, one bean, that is a complete protein. Think through that. Okay, it's the source of many vegan diets. But as a whole, vegetables have some protein, but they are typically low. And finally, let's talk the last part of nutritional value, fat. The great news about veggies is they are very low in fat and pretty low in calories. So they're an awesome snack. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop here, and then we'll come back and talk about buying and storing veggies to kind of finish off